Okay, bitch, now you're in this chair. Baby girl! Oh gosh, there's drama happening. Baby girl! Hey friends, how's it going? I'm so happy you're here. I'm so grateful. Oh my gosh, my heart is just bursting right now. If you are a returning person, thank you so much for being here. If you're new, hello, I am the Mayflower, and here we do tarot readings, as well as I have a little series called Mondays with May, where I talk with you, you talk with me, and we talk about how to cope with reality, because reality can be hard. And I'm actually only going to be doing like tarot card readings, I think, for the next 2 weeks, but eventually I want to do Mondays with May, you know, the talking videos, and Fridays tarot card readings. So subscribe and watch out for that. Okay, so how are we doing? Oh, I hope you're doing so lovely. I'm sending you so much love right now, directly from my heart into yours. We are doing a tarot card reading today. We also have Evie joining us. Yes, I know she lost her foot. I'm so bad at like having these and keeping them like fully intact. What are you gonna do? So we're doing a tarot card reading today, and I really wanted to do something that like was more like aspirational, more like emotionally driven in a positive direction. I know like for me and how I channel, like the messages need to get out there. I know it's very deep and spiritual. One of my big intentions with the channel is to clear blockages of love and light, so people can really go after what feels like it's in their highest and greatest good, and that makes them feel alive. So I know a lot of that has to do with like working on shadow stuff. So, but a big part of what I want to do too is like the positive feelings, and not like fleeting positive feelings or short-term happiness. Like, what do we do that makes us really happy on the inside? So that's what we're gonna explore today. This video is for people who kind of want to explore that. Maybe they don't really know like what drives them, what makes them happy, what makes them feel like really good and alive. And for people, because we're kind of gonna like ask like what it is, and then we're gonna go into messages about like how you get there. And I'm already getting a message that for some of you, and this has been showing up a lot in my readings, I don't know why, like the portion of this video that's gonna be like what drives you may not resonate for every single one of you, but the part about the message is like how to go towards your goals, how to go towards what makes you feel alive. I think that's gonna resonate for all of you who pick whatever pile you pick. So if you're finding that like the first half of this reading isn't resonating with you, stick around and look for like the second half of your reading, because that is the part that I think is going to resonate most. So that was the first message. Haha. Already reading for you. I am going to give you a little bit of time with the stones and the charm, because I always feel like that's important to like breathe and meditate and like have your time if you need it. But this is going to be group 1. I have no idea if it's focusing. I'm not looking at the thing. So this is group 1. And then I have no idea if refocus is back, so we're just gonna see. Group 1. Wait, group 2. I don't know if that hit. And then group 3. Again, if that was disastrous, like, you're gonna have some time with it after this. So, alright, I feel like this is gonna be a very ethereal reading too. I'm just so ready. I'm so down to do this. So, pick your group, and I'll see you at your reading, guys. Mwah. Bye. Group 1, how are we doing? This is for everyone who chose this stone. Pink and white. I don't know what that is. I used to know. I used to know things about things. And then I forgot. So, if you skip the intro, no tea, no shade, I do it too. I watch tarot readings. We are going to be looking at what drives you, what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel like you like want to be on this earth and experience it again and again. I've always felt like this 3D reality could be so much more than what we make it. Like ever since I was a child, I was like, why are we all so sad? Like this body and this experience could be so magical. Anyway, that's what we're gonna look at. We're gonna bring you closer to that feeling. So if you haven't watched my channel before, I like to do things kind of freeform, I really don't. I usually topple down structures. I'm not, I was gonna say I'm not a very structured person, but I feel like I am kind of structured. Alright, don't come for me. But I just topple down structures usually. Every single time I like try to structure like these readings, it just, spirit is like, no, this is not what you need to be doing. So I might not ask the same questions or get the same cards in each group, and that's just how I roll. So what I felt called to do for you, my pile number ones, was to look at kind of where you're at in your life right now. So let's get some information about, this is the first time I'm doing a tarot reading like this, so I'm like, I really hope things don't like fall. Or like shake. I want to know where you're at right now in life, pile number one. So you got the great work in reverse. Let's clarify that. Can you clarify the great work in reverse, please, Spirit? And we got the devil. What I'm feeling, my pal number ones, is that you might be in a place right now where you feel very stifled. You feel very, I just want to say like dispassionate about life. Is dispassionate a word? I don't know. I feel like you, with this, I'm being very drawn to the sunset, right? And the great work for me, like kind of what I'm picturing here. Hold on, so many messages are happening. Give me a second. So with the great work, you can see here, these are beautiful cards, that there's a city at the bottom, right? And there's a sunset kind of coming over and the stars over here. So for me, when I think of the work, you know, I'm a mental health provider, and I don't know, I've been in like therapy my whole life. So when I think of like the phrase doing the work, I think of the work of like self-reflection and healing and self-mastery, basically. And with the great work in reverse, I just feel like you are like disregarding life. Like I feel like you are just so like done with this reality. I don't feel like you want to be here. I don't feel like, if you need support, my suicide links are in my description box, by the way. This is not like a substitute for any sort of professional medical help. If that's the place that you're at, please get help. But I'm just feeling like you, the words are like not coming to me. I feel like you're almost like apathetic right now. Like I feel like you, my pile number ones, may be like empaths or highly sensitive people, or people who at one point in your life, you may have felt like you wanted to be here. Like you wanted to do something, and for some reason that didn't pan out. For some reason that didn't work out for you. And now I feel like you kind of go towards the pleasures in life that with the devil that are fleeting. I feel like you may see other people be happy, but you feel like it's so far away. Like you feel like it's almost like down the lane and not like where you're at right now. I feel like you don't even know who you are in the reflection when you see yourself in the mirror anymore. It just feels dark. It just feels like it's just the night sky right now for you. I feel like you have pockets of time where you are okay. And I think that's like when you're engaging in behaviors that you know are fleeting, like maybe it's like sex, or it's like using substances, eating, whatever it is, whatever that thing you use to cope with life, you know what it is, my pal number ones. That's what makes you feel good. It makes you feel good in the moment. It's kind of like everything else in life is just like, ugh. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this. I'm just waiting for my next hit. I'm just waiting for the next time I can feel good for a little bit. And with the Fool in reverse, I feel like your soul, and I'm really feeling actually in your heart space, is aching for something different. It's asking you to set sail on something else, to look at, I mean, just, these cards are so dark, and this to me almost just feels like something completely new, something completely different, like looking at life in a different perspective. I mean, these colors, match more with this sunset over here. Not completely, but it matches a bit more. I feel like I feel like you don't even know where to start. Like, I feel like you don't know what you should be doing or what makes you happy. Like, I don't think you know how to do the work, is really what this whole thing was trying to get at. I don't think you know how to do the work. I don't think you know how to master yourself at the moment to where you could change your reality into a different place. You always have the ability to do that with pile number ones. I feel like you don't know how. Or you think you don't know how. You just like, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to go for support. I just know I need something new, but I don't know how to get there. Okay. Pile number one. All right, we're gonna go to the Rose Oracle next. I guess that's what we're doing. Mother Rose, give us some messages. I have to go soon, so like, I know I literally didn't have like any time to do this, and I was like, let's do it. All right, what can help pile number? So I think for you, what we're gonna do right now is, and I'm saying this for myself because I'm leaving soon, so I'm gonna probably rewatch this and be like, where is this reading going? I think we're going to look at how you can help yourself feel more alive, how you can help yourself feel like good here on this earth, make you feel so like happy to be alive. And then we're gonna get into what that is. And for some reason, Spirit is really asking me to kind of bring you towards that first, especially if you're confused. I feel like you hearing about it isn't gonna help. Like, I feel like you're just gonna be like, ugh, like, yeah, okay, maybe that makes me feel happy, but like, whatever. So we're gonna get into how you can get there, and then we're gonna go into what it is, and yeah, because I was gonna like do this reading kind of the opposite of that, but that's not how Spirit wants to do it. All right, thanks for letting me know. All right, how am I feel more alive? You're the Anointed. Answer the call. I was like, let's read the bottom, but then let's put it to the camera first. Answer the call, leadership, empowerment, and soul gift. So really when I'm getting my pile number ones, this almost feels like a self-fulfilling prophecy, like victim mentality. And I don't really mean to like put it so bluntly like that. Sometimes I feel like when Spirit talks, when Spirit has messages for us, it can be really blunt for our human reality. So I don't mean to say it this bluntly. But I feel like you're in a victim mentality. Like, I feel like that is kind of what's showing up here. I think you feel, this isn't a bad thing, like I'm not bashing you. Like you feel like you're in a situation that you cannot get out of. You feel like you are in a place in your life where you are not okay. You don't know what's going on. You just, I feel like you are just feeling like a victim of your circumstances. And I think that what Spirit is telling you right now is that if you want to change your reality, you have to make that happen with leadership and the Anointed. You, in this lifetime, we're supposed to be doing this. We're supposed to be going through this. Instead of asking, why is this happening to you? Why is this happening for you? Might be a better question to ask. And why we ask this question is because everything in this 3D reality is, I feel like I'm going my soapbox, pawn number one. All right, here we go. Everything in this like 3D reality is, it's like a school. This is like a school, right? Earth is like a school, and we're trying to learn how we can anchor in that love and light in this reality under certain circumstances for our soul's growth and learning. So when you have an experience in your 3D reality that challenges and triggers you, that is always your invitation to process and deal with those blockages, with those catalysts, if you want to like change the narrative around this, for catalysts of love, catalysts for happiness. It's always the invitation to try and heal that, to change that, to challenge those limiting beliefs, those beliefs that may have happened when you were so young, or beliefs that you developed throughout your lifetime up until now. It's just that's what's happening right now in your reality. I feel like you are feeling challenged and you're just like kind of throwing your hands up. You're like, there's nothing I can do. And I think that Spirit is saying that there is stuff you can do. This is interesting because I feel like this is kind of similar to some of the other piles that I've kind of done in the past couple of weeks. I think the one on light and shadow that's gonna come out. Oh gosh, sometimes I film these and like don't I don't know if it's gonna be out yet. The timeline stuff, this isn't gonna be all chronological. Some readings are gonna come out first. Maybe I won't do it like that. Anyway, we're gonna cut that part out. Maybe, we'll see. But this kind of feels like some of the other groups that have been, or energies that have been showing up in my readings, where there just seems to be this feeling of I can't do anything and I can't change my life. And Spirit is saying, yes, you can. There is stuff you can do, even if you don't know what that is. Spirit is trying to give that to you. Spirit is, it's almost like, instead of this being protection, I'm almost feeling like this is like a barrier you're putting up. And Spirit is like, can I bring some information to you? And you're like, no, get the fuck out. Like, that's what I'm feeling about pile number ones. So, how can pile one get closer? Oh, the sun came out, so that's what we're talking about. So how do we get to the sun? Ooh, okay. So this is the first message I think you need to hear, my pile number ones, is you are not stuck. Wait, what does it say? Healing is happening. Healing is happening. And kind of with this imagery, I'm kind of feeling like your friends or your social circles are helping you heal as well. I feel like this is also coming up for like ancestry as well, so please take what resonates. Not every single message is gonna be for every single one of you. But I'm feeling like this could be an ancestral pattern and cycle that you are trying to break. So this is your ancestors like lining up and trying to support you through this as well, cheering you on. But I also feel like for those of you where this is ancestral work, that they're not giving you messages on purpose almost. Like it's almost like the part of this is you trying to figure it out, like how to get out of this, right? Like if you were just told the answer, I feel like you would kind of just do it, or you would just work towards it. But because you don't know, like Spirit is not gonna tell you exactly, oh God, what to do in order to get there. I'm laughing because I know this, like, I get it. I'm like, I watch a tarot reading and I'm like, they're like, you already know what to do. Or I go to a psychic, they're like, you already know what to do. I'm like, do I? Do I really? So, the messages at the bottom are, you're not broken, trust the process, and it's safe to soften. So I think you, my pile number ones, being open to the fact that you are healing is very powerful. Like, feeling like you are open to change. Open to, like, just knowing that you're going through the process of this, no matter what's happening in your 3D reality. Even if it feels like nothing's changing, like the internal changes first, right? We're talking about manifestation here. That was my alarm, but I want to finish this message off for you, and then we'll pick this back up later. But okay, I feel like you being open to the experience of healing is what's important here. I think even you calling into the universe and calling in like, I don't know what I need to do, but I am open to changing my reality. I am open to changing my internal reality, changing my external reality, just something that serves me better. I am open to the reality that is in my highest and greatest good. Kind of just saying that to the universe, I feel like would be very powerful for you, like over and over. Because I feel like right now you're blocking it, and you might not be blocking it like on purpose. I think you're just trying, like I think you are doing things in your 3D reality that I think you like are attempts to try and change what's going on. And it hasn't panned out, and I think that that is what has caused like also some frustration and just like, ugh, throw my hands up, I don't care. Because it's kind of like, okay, I tried, but like nothing happened. So I think just being like, just having that knowing that even if it doesn't feel like it, like you're shifting your life, you're learning all the time, you're changing. And just trusting the process. Trust that like if you put it out into the universe, like I want to change this, like bring the information I need, you know, bring me the ideas, universe, my angels, like, and trust that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be very powerful for you, pile number ones. Alright, I feel like I'm on my soapbox and I need to get my nails done, so see you soon! Alright, pile one, as you can see, developments have happened. For all you foot fetish people, I got my toes done. Oh my god. I'm so funny. Maybe I'll just like flash picture my toes because why not? I think they look good. I'm not a foot fetish person. I don't really understand the fetish. Don't yuck my yums, right? So this sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, and pleasure. So what I'm getting here in terms of like how to feel more alive is, y'all, maybe you need to have sex. Alright, but if that's like your thing too, then don't do that. Just take that if it resonates. Pleasuring yourself maybe might be something that's like good for you at this time. I'm almost feeling like a full body pleasure, like not just pleasuring to like escape, but like pleasuring to like really enjoy that moment, you know? Yeah, and I'm also getting like sacred sexuality here with like the energy going around it. So I feel like perhaps like having some sort of sacred ritual or like using like sexual energy in a sacred way might be good for you. Pleasure is just what's coming out here. I think that perhaps going towards like this thinking about what's pleasurable to you is going to help. Yeah, it just keeps coming up as sexual messages. I don't make the messages. Don't shoot the messenger. Alright, they're telling me to go into what makes you feel alive, so what helps Pile One feel alive? What drives them? We're using the Starseed Tarot. Very esoteric reading. Did the light change, like, from... I'm having a hard time doing this whole, like... thing now. This whole angle. This whole filming biz. What helps Pile number one feel alive? Bringing harmony and balance. And then Star Family. So, definitely ancestral energy coming in again. You can see the card from there. Definitely ancestral energy coming in again. I think, like, this is saying... again, bringing that harmony and balance. I'm getting like two extremes here, so I don't know if you like go from one extreme to the other in terms of emotions, or just like when you're engaging in whatever helps you feel like good on this earth, you're like, you know, really, really happy, and then you're like really, really sad the rest of the time. Or I'm just getting some sort of extremes here with duality, and I think that like trying to help put that in balance would help you. I guess this is, again, trying to be like what helps you feel more alive than what does. Maybe it's like, I'm also getting this measure like helping other people. So I think helping other people like be in balance or stay in balance might feel really fulfilling to you. Yeah, I'm really seeing like a stream flowing. So... it's almost like redirection. I think helping people with their emotions and redirecting them would feel fulfilling to you. What helps Pile number one feel alive? Your choice is a your choice is a canvas. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. For one thing, I definitely heard like music. You know, music was definitely something that was coming through earlier. I'm really just getting like a blank slate. I can't say any words anymore. A blank slate. Like, I feel like when I say your life is a canvas, what I'm getting is confusion. So I feel like you're confused. Like, what do I even paint on my canvas? So I think this is saying definitely art, right? What's really interesting here is creative accountability. And I feel like perhaps some sort of delving into like music history, getting like cultural appropriation, like maybe like reading about this stuff is really helpful, or not really helpful, maybe reading about this stuff's really exciting to you. I'm also getting inspirations, like things that maybe inspire you to create art, or things that inspire you that you think other people create art out of. So like if you go and see a beautiful sunset and you're like, a poet probably would write about this sunset. Or you go and you listen to some music and you're like, oh, maybe a musician would get some like inspiration from this. It's almost like maybe if you're not the artist, it's like thinking about things that, it's almost like romanticizing that moment. Romanticizing doesn't have to be bad either. It's just like, I think if you do it with intention and it's not like, you know, trying to distract from your reality. Alright, this card wanted to fall out. Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. I mean, again, with the music, y'all, like, music might be something that helps you feel very alive. Again, we're gonna go to the Ocean Oracle next, so I feel like this is a good transition. I'm just feeling like diving deep into things, y'all. Like, it's almost like singular focus, going really deep in. Like, you know, reading about 1950s jazz. I don't know. And then literally knowing everything about 1950s jazz. I know nothing about jazz. Just letting you know. It's really not important at all. With Share Your Song, I think sharing this art with others, like if you feel like you're an artistic person, like, I mean, with Messenger, it's like creating a message with your art. What is your intention with your art? What are you trying to say? Maybe creating a whole project around like a certain idea or like something you're feeling or beliefs and things like that. And holding yourself accountable to doing it. I feel like that's kind of what's coming out again with that creative accountability. It's like holding yourself accountable for doing it and not just being like, oh, I don't feel like it today. Oh, I don't want to. I mean, I'm always of the mind of taking yourself where you're at. I'm just letting you know that's the message that's coming through. With frequency of sound, I'm almost like getting that. It's almost like the duality again. So with frequency of sound, like kind of exploring all the different realms of, this is really emotional, you guys. Like lots of water energy here. Like this one has a stream. There's like water in the Great Work. There's water in the Fool. There's water with the Whale and the Orca Elders. Like this is very emotional, very water energy for me. And so with frequency of sound, kind of going back to that, just like really going deep into emotions or just deep into like messages or narratives and really exploring them, picking them apart. That's what I'm getting would be like helpful for you. And I'm talking about like if you were to like make a song and it was making a song about like depression, you would like focus on every single different aspect of depression and like put that into an album, like create a whole album about it. Or different song titles or like different experiences with depression, like in a metaphorical way. Like this is what I'm kind of saying when I'm talking about like creating art like this. Like this feels very fulfilling. Maybe not like alive, like I just want the attention for, but this feels very fulfilling and like creatively inspiring. It just, yeah, it feels like you would just walk away from this, like, especially at the end, but also like some days where you would work on this, just like, I'm so proud that I did that. Like that just felt so good. It felt like it filled me up. All right, let's go to the Ocean Oracle and then Tarot, and then we're done. Whoa. All right. Oh God, that deck is so hard. Just shuffled you here. Oh my God. This is one of my favorite Oracle decks though. I've been like, I waited for it for years. Look, water already kind of coming out here. Lunar waters. I don't know why the cards aren't focusing with the light. I feel like, I'm gonna check the video, but I really just feel like it's lighter, and even though it got darker outside, like on the camera. I don't know what happened. Okay. What makes Pal... Things are already falling out. Pal number 1 feel alive. These cards just feel so new still, even though I've had them for a little bit. Like, they just stick together and... I don't know. Alright. What helps Pal number 1 feel alive? Or what makes pile number 1 feel alive? Oh my god, things are still falling apart. Alright, the message that's kind of coming through with this falling apart is that I think pile number 1s, you may have a tendency when things hit the fan to kind of catastrophize afterwards and be like, life's over, it can never get better, I'm back where I'm at. And I think Spirit is inviting you, like another piece of advice here is to kind of see it where it is, and if you go backwards, if you relapse, if you do whatever it is, that you can come back from that. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to go through the whole entire cycle very deeply. I feel like you are just a very deep person, my pile number 1s. Like, you experience things. Everything's still falling. This deck just keeps falling. I feel like you experience things in a very deep way. It's like you experience it, and then like it's almost like a full body process. I feel like every time you experience something, and then you like think about the different aspects like of each and every single process. It's almost like you think about it in steps too. This is very weird. I don't process things like this. Not very analytical. This feels very analytical though to me. The Temple of Dreams. I think this is inviting you to dream more. I really wish you could see these cards. I think this is inviting you to dream more. Asking for you to enter this temple. Perhaps if you're into meditation and visualization, like visualizing going into a temple, and the Temple of Dreams, and kind of asking for guidance there. Or just like like, I feel like this is asking you to daydream. It's asking you to dream about like, what could make me happy? Like, what could make me feel alive? And almost like set those seeds for manifestation, like visualization here. Like, think about and visualize what could feel fulfilling, and like imagine yourself in there and how you would feel like in those situations. Like, for example, for the music part, like imagine yourself in the studio making music, and you know, doing concerts or just on the street, like whatever it is, and kind of feel like into that. Like, okay, how would that feel to me? Like, I'm doing that right now. Like, how do I think I would feel? So that's almost like a way of exploration. See, this is the thing with you pile number 1s, because remember I said that Spirit was not going to tell us exactly what it is, but it's giving me all these different tools. It means Spirit, Source, Universe, God, whatever, is giving me all these different tools to give you, because your thing is figuring it out right now. You're trying to figure it out. Wait, where's my pile? What makes my pile number 1s feel alive? I'm really getting here this like spiritual energy from the Temple of Dreams. So I think that, again, what we were talking about before with like, it's still falling. And this kind of goes to the next card that just came out. So kind of like opening yourself up to Spirit giving you dreams. Spirit, like allowing Spirit to work through you and give you this message. Like, I am open for the universe to give me paths, to show me what makes me feel alive. I am open to the universe showing me what makes me feel alive. I am open, like, or like I can. Because sometimes, like, and I've been on this journey where saying I am, like with affirmations, doesn't feel accessible because it just feels too fake. Like, it's almost like, no, I don't feel like I am that. And in those times, what I do is I say like I can. So maybe instead of being like I am happy, like I can be happy, or I'm open to being happy, whatever feels kind of best in that moment. And for me, that kind of like opens the door after I kind of gone through like a couple cycles of doing that forever long. Then I'm able to say, okay, maybe I am happy. Like, maybe I am able to align myself to that. With the waves of change, I mean, this is again talking about the process, right? I guess it doesn't matter trying to show you the cards anymore because it's just not going to focus. But with the waves of change here, this goes back to so many things in this spread pile number 1. Oh my gosh, there's even water in the devil with this reflection. You know, like you can see it, like with the reflection part. Like there's just so much water here in pile number ones. It's like helping other people, but also helping yourself. It's almost like helping yourself helps the process of helping others. Like you share that knowledge, or you learn about, yeah, like creating art about this, like whatever it is, guys. It's like kind of taking these experiences, maybe that you're experiencing right now, and either helping people or creating art about it, you know. I mean, the same messages keep coming through for you guys. It's about art, it's about like water and like emotion. It's about creating art, sharing it with others in order to help people, or helping people face to face, and just trusting and like that things are changing, and asking source to help you with that. Asking your spirit team to support you with this. Shapeshifter. Yes, you're definitely going through a process right now where you're changing my pile number ones. And I think that what this is gonna do is it's going to help you like view different parts of yourself. Like you're gonna maybe notice more like, oh, I have this part of myself I never knew about, or I have this artistic part that likes to do this, and I have my skateboarding part that likes to do that. Like it's like you're exploring different avenues, and almost like feeling like you're a different person in all these different aspects, but you like it. It's like they're all parts of you that you know, these activities or whatever that you're engaging in. And I think you're gonna, again, help other people be able to shapeshift and explore different parts of themselves. That's also what I'm getting here. Alright. We're gonna go to tarot, and we're gonna get some last messages. I kind of want to ask your spirit team if there's any other messages that pile number one needs to hear at this time. Pile number one spirit team. So 8 of Pentacles. I think that the biggest barrier right now, my pile number ones, is you. Because if this card is asking you, when you feel like stopping, to don't stop trying to change. You know, this, because 8 of Pentacles upright would tell me that you're really working hard, that you're dedicated to this, and you're in it for the long haul. And with it being in reverse, I don't think that's how you feel all the time, and I think you have a tendency to give up when things get hard. So your message right now is to not give up, even when it's hard. What does pile number one need to hear right now? Any messages for them? So Knight of Cups. I think you are the knight. I don't think this is an external thing. I think this is about putting this into your own reality again. No one's gonna come and save you, pile number ones. It's, you know, there's no knight in shining armor that's gonna come and be like, hey, here's what you can do to help your life be better. Like, it's not gonna happen. 8 of Cups. Again, like, this is the self journey, right? You have to go on a journey by yourself to fill out what's the... Wait, what did I just say? You have to go on a journey by yourself and figure out what works best for you. You have to do that internal work. I don't think any tarot reading or anything's gonna tell you. Yeah, you're not gonna feel like grounded and fulfilled until you figure this out. And no tarot reader or thing is probably gonna tell you, because this is your whole thing, is trying to figure this out. And the Hierophant in reverse. So I think the worst thing you could do, my pal number ones, is stay exactly where you are and do nothing. Even if it's the smallest change, I think Spirit is saying that will make a big difference. You know, incremental changes would be very helpful. I think, you know, when you do that inner work, you're gonna find that 10 of Pentacles. You're gonna find what feels very grounding and fulfilling for you. You know, like your wish come true. I just feel like it's not gonna happen. Like, how can you attract the good experiences that you crave when you don't know what they are? When you don't know, like, you know, what kind of what's coming up right here is fantasy for me. It's almost like you fantasize, but you don't. It's not really concrete. It's like, it's different from thinking about what could happen in the 3D and then creating it, because I feel like what you're thinking about, these fantasies that you have about how life can be good are just, you don't even think they could happen in real life. It's like not even things that can happen, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And then 3 of Pentacles. Can we clarify the 3 of Pentacles, please? 7 of Wands in reverse. with Two of Cups. So that I'm really getting community here with this. I think having your friends and talking with your friends will be very helpful for you during this time. With the Seven of Wands in reverse, I'm just getting like not fighting this process. Like again, trusting the process that things are changing. I'm almost hearing you like curse the universe. That this is the way things have to work in order for you to grow. And the universe is saying sorry. So funny. They're like, sorry, this is how it is. You actually asked to be here. This is the process of how to do it, and this is the work. You don't give up on doing the work, the great work, because, you know, sometimes when we do this work, it feels like we get so little for putting in so much effort. And I think Spirit is saying that you're gonna reap the rewards. Maybe not in the way that you think, maybe not in the way that you want. There could be some things about this work that you still need to process and accept. But overall, like, I think you're going to be in a better place and you are going to see rewards down the line if you do this. So, alright, pile number 1. Wow, these are my readings, y'all. I try to make them different and then it's like about the work. I hope that was helpful for you in some way. I mean, I know these are the type of readings I need to give, so Spirit's like, haha, you can't get out of it. Please like this video and subscribe. All the ways to connect with me are down in the description box below. I again post tarot readings on Fridays and talking videos on Mondays. Where we talk about how do we cope with things that are hard in this reality to deal with, and how do we find joy through it all. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you, pile number 1s. Have a great rest of your day. I hope you get to smile at some point today, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye! What's up, pile number 2? I got up and then came back, so I was like, let's do a grand entrance for y'all. What's going on? Alright, you see this is something a little different? It's oh my god, did that smudge? Oh god. It's supposed to be hearts, but honestly it turned out really bad because I am using like, so I used eyeliner to do this, and the eyeliner is honestly like pretty freaking old. Like I need some new makeup. My makeup's really old. But anyway, this is a little different. Maybe it'll be different even later because I'm not gonna be able to film your entire group in the same session either. I usually don't do tarot readings like this. Usually it's all in one sitting, but that's not how today went. Anyway, we haven't asked the question yet. Cards are coming out. What are we doing if you skip the intro? No tea, no shade. I do it too. We are looking at what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel like you want to be on this earth, what makes you feel really good about yourself, about world, that you want to come back and do this again. So kind of how we're going to start this reading is we're going to get some Mindscape, or oh my gosh, y'all, this card wants to come out, I'm telling you. We'll see if it comes out. We're going to get some Mindscape Major Arcana, and we're gonna see where you're at in life right now. So where is pile 1 at right now in terms of their lives? Like, what is the major themes going on? So you have Temperance in reverse, so you might be feeling very spiritually drained at the moment. Is it gonna focus? You might be feeling very spiritually drained at the moment. Lots of colors going on here. I feel like you might feel like the color of your life is out. With this red here, I'm kind of getting like things could be on fire. You don't feel like you can put out these fires. Where's pile 1 at right now? What's like their major like light themes going on right now? Cards keep flying out, I swear. With the Devil in reverse, I feel like what you're doing right now is no longer working for you. I feel like even if like you had like temporary pleasures, it's almost like they no longer fulfill that same need. I'm also getting the Hermit in reverse here. So I feel like where you're at in your life right now it almost just feels like everything is, it almost feels like you're going through, not exactly a tower moment, it just feels like, it almost actually feels like you're in the middle of a cycle of kind of rearranging your entire life at the moment in terms of how you approach everything. I feel like you don't think that the 3D is very fulfilling for you, and you don't think the spiritual stuff that you've been trying to do is very fulfilling for you either. With Temperance in reverse, I'm really just getting that none of it has been extremely helpful for you, that you just don't feel like it's working, in a sense. Where's pile number 1 at right now? The High Priestess. I think that is almost in reverse, kind of comes out to me more. I think that you're not able to tap into your intuition right now. I think you're just, it feels blocked. I feel like you're trying to listen to it though. I feel like a part of you is still like, I want to believe in this. I want to believe in spirituality. With the Star in reverse as well, I just feel like you don't feel like there's a lot of hope right now. Getting a 1 more card. I don't really feel like you feel like there's a lot of hope right now. Like, I think that you've wished on shooting stars. I think that you have prayed. I think that you have, you know, done manifestation, and you just don't feel like anything's been different. With the World in reverse, I just don't really think that you think that there's anything for you out here. I don't think that, I think that you've almost given up on life, in a way. And with this Strength that keeps coming up at the bottom, it's almost like that impenetrable, like, determination keeps you going. You know, that really grounded and rooted. It's almost like you're like, I'm gonna be here. Maybe I don't like being here, but I'm gonna be here. It's almost like this kind of like fighting back energy or something. It's almost, you're like, I told myself I was gonna be here, so god dang it, I'm gonna stay. Even if I hate it. But with the World, I don't really see that there's a lot of fortune happening in your life. You don't really feel like there's a lot of fortune happening. This feels like, I'm not saying this in a bad way, this just feels like you're in a very big lack mentality at the moment. Like, that's what's showing up in your 3D reality, right? It just shows up as if nothing is going good for you at the moment. This is very similar to Pile 1 in a way. Different energies for sure that I'm feeling into. But, if you were drawn to pile number 1 as well, I just want to let you know that there might be some messages for you in there. So now let's go to the Rose Oracle. Alright, how do you want to do this with pile number 1? Or pile number 2? So with pile number 1, what I did was like got, because how their pile needed to work was, oh my god, what's happening? So much is happening in my body right now. I'm so hungry too. How their pile needed to go was, I needed to tell them how to feel more alive first, instead of like kind of feeling about what it is that helps them feel alive. And because how I wanted to do these readings was kind of where you're at, what makes you feel alive, how can you get there, but that's not how they worked. But in this pile, we're going to look at what helps pile 1 feel alive, what helps them feel driven and into life. Star family, you are part of a team of souls. Call in support. Can we get a clarifier from that? Oh, this is the Starseed Oracle, by the way. Very amazing Oracle deck. Star Brothers. Okay. So there's definitely something here about family. Are you pile number 1? There was also a lot of like ancestral stuff in there too. In the Void. I think that this feels very masculine to me. This feels like it's almost like your ancestors and your family might be very important in this lifetime. Whether or not you're actually like talking with your family or have a relationship with them, I feel like in general your family and ancestral line is playing a pivotal role in this lifetime in some sort of way. You know how like we kind of are more attached to our families and our cultures? Like everyone's kind of attached or involved in different ways. This feels to me for you like perhaps like you don't talk, like if you don't talk to your family, you're still really invested in the culture that you grew up in, or the beliefs, the core beliefs that your culture, family, society, whatever taught you. And I think that these really help you and help you feel comforted. You know, you might have some family members, brothers with star brothers coming in that really try to help protect you. This feels very protected, whether or not it's spiritual or in the 3D. There are people or ancestors, whatever it is, that really want to help you. And I think that these people and these spirits help you feel less alone. They help you feel like there is someone watching out for you, even when you feel alone. And they help guide you in some ways. I don't know if it feels always helpful, especially in the 3D, like family members telling you what they think you should be doing. But how does this help them feel alive though? I guess like having these relationships. I mean, kind of what we're seeing here. I mean, you can't really see. We'll see if it focuses. You can kind of see it. So with the Star family and Star Brothers, lots of star, maybe you're a Starseed. You see how in the Star Brothers there's this like activation of light in their heart space. It almost again feels to me like with the Star family, like the star right here, like this connection that you have with your family or close friends, whatever it is, just feels very spiritual and connected. And I feel like having these connections or having in this way comforts you. It soothes you to know that you have support in some sort of way from someone. All paths lead home, again with this like home, family. I think family really means different things to everyone, and whatever family kind of means to you in this pile, like take it, roll with it. So inner authority, intuition, and hearing your gaze within. So I think that you're kind of at a point right now where your family or anyone helping guide you is not able to. It seems like your attention is inward. Again, with that kind of high priestess that came out. It came out upright, but then my intuition was like, it's in reverse. So I feel like for you, like you are really trying to tap into it and you're not able to either hear the messages, or you hear the messages and you're like, that's not it. Like that's ego or something. There's some sort of belief around what the messages that you're getting aren't the messages that you need. And I think that kind of what you're being called to do right now is have a more masculine approach to this. Like kind of like you be the director of this. You kind of figure this out. Oh my gosh. The card flew out. So, cracked open, rock bottom, and surrender to the alchemy of life. This is what I was feeling for you, opponent number 2s. I feel like you've hit rock bottom. I really feel like you're... What I'm feeling from this cracked open is right now, when you're watching this reading, or soon after you watch this reading, you don't feel... Okay, hold on. You in the recent past or right now feel as if like life is just kind of hit rock bottom, you're slugging through it. It doesn't really feel like your whole life's a mess. It just kind of feels like you don't want to be here. Like it just kind of feels like you're like almost like when depression kind of takes you over, it's just like, why am I here? Like what is the point? And it just feels like what you've been doing and how you've been living just isn't working. And it almost feels like when you hit that rock bottom, it's almost like you get cracked open. You're just like you cried out and you're like, spirit, like please help me, like anyone, anything, like I'm so open, like please. Okay, this is kind of corny, but for any of you who have watched The Legend of Korra, the quote that came into my mind was, when we're at our lowest point, we're open to the greatest change. And that it's almost feeling like when you are at that lowest point, you're going to be open to change. How does this help them feel alive though? We're talking about what makes them feel alive. Star bathing. So this might actually be like inviting, like this whole experience might be inviting you. I can't speak today, I like swear. This whole experience might be something that helps you like find pathways. I wanted to say alternative pathways, so I think for you view them as alternative to help you grow. I'm sorry. Defenselessness, righting wrong paths, and uprooting. This came out in reverse, so I feel like this is kind of what part of this work for finding you finding what feels fulfilling for you and comforting. This defenselessness. I mean, this apologizing. I don't feel like you're able to forgive yourself for things that you've done. And I'm really being drawn to these two people here, so it might have been a close relationship. It could have been a family one that you kind of fucked up, or just a really close, intimate relationship, whatever it is. I don't feel like you've forgiven yourself for it, and that's part of the reason why you haven't been able to figure out what helps you feel alive, what helps you feel like you want to be here and live, because maybe, like, oh my god, like, hey, pile 2, I look a little different, huh? I went out, and it's the next day, so I usually don't do tarot readings like this. I usually do them all in one day, or on one sitting. That's not what I did for these. But we're here, we're ready, let's go. Blessed, so blessed to be here still. Now we're gonna go to the Ocean Oracle here. How can pile 2 get closer to feeling alive, Spirit? We have the Inner Compass. So again, there's like this sense that you, my friends, are the ones that need to drive the bus here. That you are the ones. This used to like work. I think I like changed something on accident, guys. I'm a psychic, not a tech person. There's something here. I mean, again, we're coming to this like heart space, like, and your previous pile and your previous cards. I mean, even with I'm sorry, we're seeing this light in our heart space here. And with this Inner Compass, I mean, it's kind of at the polar bear's ass, but like, I feel like it's still kind of the same message here, that you are, I almost feel like you are this polar bear right now. That's how you feel, like you're in Antarctica. We're kind of going back to Legend of Korra too. If you've watched Legend of Korra, it's like, you might feel at this moment like you're a polar bear walking on Antarctica and you're the only one there. Like, you're the only polar bear that you can see, and it's night and you don't know where to go. And right now you have to be your inner compass. You have to lead yourself. The abyss. You have to lead yourself out of the abyss. Right now you're at the bottom of the abyss and you're trying to move up. It's okay if you don't see that card, I guess. These are very dark cards, my pile number 2s, and this deck doesn't have a lot of dark cards. If you see, like, this feels to me like you are trying to navigate a dark time in your life. And with both of these cards in the distance, we're kind of seeing like a light in the sky. So I'm getting a couple things from this. One, it kind of feels like, if you see, if it'll focus, you can kind of see at the top of them, there's like a light. That it almost feels like what you're searching for is out of reach. What you're searching for is, it almost feels like it's above you. It's almost like it's like heavenly. Like you're not gonna get it. It's too above. My hair's all here. It also feels very mystical. I don't know if you've been having like spiritual dreams or mystical experiences recently, but that's kind of how it feels in a way. I can help pile number 2 feel alive. I'm feeling one more. The unveiling. So I think pile number 3s and then emergence. This is like, whoa. As you do this inner work, as you keep going through this process, it's going to unveil more and more. The clouds are going to part and you're going to move out of them, right? The things that you need to work on, the inner things that are happening are going to show themselves. And I think that now we're seeing the moon up in the sky. Right up here. So I think that instead of you kind of searching the 3D realms, you're going to be, like, what you're asking for is going to manifest in the 3D, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's going to emerge, basically. Like, again, we have the moon up in the sky. So what you're searching for, that felt like you do that inner work and it kind of manifests in the 3D. It's like the spiritual meets the material. Like that kind of alignment happens because you do this inner work and you are open to that change. I like how these are like different colors too. This has very different energy with the moon. One of them's also waning, one of them's waxing. So these are all about cycles too. I feel like you might feel like these hooded figures right now. We're just kind of like walking in rocky waters, trying to figure it out. And again, it's going to emerge, right? Like what the path forward needs to be is going to emerge. I feel like this entire video is just going to see like all sides of me. Like you're getting my cute side, you're getting my queer side, then you're getting my like just woke up side. I didn't just wake up, but I'm definitely not putting in much effort today in terms of my appearance. Okay. Final messages for pile number 2. Oh my gosh. I mean, this card, like, wasn't even... This is the 10 of Wands. Like, apparently this wasn't even, like, shuffled into the deck. It just kind of flew out. Like, it was the wrong side. The Ace of Wands in reverse. So there's this feeling here that you're not going to move past this cycle. That this burden's going to stay. What is pile number 2? Final messages. Spirit. Yeah, King of Cups in reverse. The Magician in reverse. Okay, but let's see advice. What are you trying to tell them? Alright, tell me to talk about this first again. So, there's definitely this feeling here that you are going to be burdened with this forever. I think it was, I don't know, so many tarot readings. Either it was a personal reading or like a pile number 1. There was the 10 of Wands into the Ace of Swords. And that was kind of like a completion of the cycle for you, or moving into a new one. For you, it's like the 10 of Wands into the Ace of Wands in reverse. So I don't think that you feel as if you're going to move past this cycle. It's almost like you're just going to stay at the 10 of Wands and nothing's going to get better. With the King of Cups in reverse, there's very much a feeling here that you're not going to be emotionally stable, nor are you going to be able to move past your circumstance. And then with Magician in reverse, it's almost like everything I just told you about like bringing the spiritual into the material feels like that was fake news. Like feels like that's not going to happen. Spirit, why did you want me to reiterate that? What is the message, advice here for help pile number 2 to feel alive? The Queen of Cups in reverse, Justice, Page of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Hanged Man. Okay, pile number 2. I feel like this is going to get into a whole nother reading, so we're not going to go too deep into this. But here's the thing, I feel like there might be many players right now in all of this. Like there might be a lot of different people who are involved in like talking to you. I mean, I don't want to say downsides, but one of the caveats that comes having a family, and like a big one, is that you have a lot of opinions, right? Or that you have a lot of different like belief systems getting thrown at you. So with the Queen of Wands, actually this is reverse, with the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Page of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Cups in reverse, I feel like you've been getting, like, I think you've been getting a lot of advice from females here, or feminine energies, I should say. Not just females, but like, I'm almost feeling like motherly energy. So whoever gives that in your life. Male, female, non-binary, otherwise. These different people have been giving you advice, or might even be like the same person giving you different pockets of advice. Either way, I almost feel like some of it resonates with you, and some of it doesn't. Like this advice that you're getting, it's almost like I'm getting this sense, pile number 2, that someone's trying to sabotage you. Okay, take it if it resonates. If you had that feeling, if you kind of have had that in your inner soul that like maybe someone who's talking to you doesn't have the best intentions, take it. If it doesn't, then don't worry about it. With the Queen of Wands upright though, I feel like there is like a very strong motherly energy that's coming out that supports you, that you resonate with and feel like really gets you. But I think that you're still confused with the Hangman in reverse. I don't think that you completely know like what it is. Wait, this is actually the reverse. What it is that you should be doing, like which advice that you should be taking. And all I'm gonna say is that it seems like this Queen of Wands knows what's up. That's really what I'm getting. I still, in this situation, it really seems like you are unveiling the masks here with the Seven of Pentacles. You are kind of deciphering what your intuition is saying versus like what other people are telling you to do and what feels right in order to feel a path, in order to get to a path that's more fulfilling with the Ten of Pentacles upright. You're trying to figure out what works best for you in this circumstance and then work towards that rather than the opinions of others and trying to please others. Alright, pile number 2. Hope that was helpful. A little bit of a crazy ride, my appearances, I'm sure. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I know I enjoyed giving it to you. Please like and subscribe if you want. I do talking videos on Mondays and tarot readings on Fridays. And ways to connect with me in the description box below. And I love you so much. I hope you get to smile today. Have a good one, pile number 2s. Mwah. Hi. I look a little different, don't I? I don't remember if I said in the intro that I'm probably gonna be filming this like in multiple days, so that's what happened. Hello. This is for everyone who chose this little sunflower here. Little sunflower charm. Definitely some spiritual growth going on, huh? Pile number 3 is that sunflower. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful that you joined me today. We are looking at, you skip the intro, no tea, no shade. But we are looking at what helps you feel alive, makes you want to be on Earth, what helps you feel very anchored in this reality. Just like loving and enjoying every second of it. First, we're going to look at where you are in your life at the moment, and then we're going to look at, maybe switch again. I've been doing it differently for every single pile because Spirit's been telling me to, so. Well, let's just start with where you're at in life. Where's pile number 3 at in life, Spirit? Where's pile number 3 at right now? Where's pile number 3 at right now in their lives? Or how are they feeling? Okay, interesting. Pile number 3, your card wanted to come out yesterday. The Chariot. Justice, and this is very interesting. So what's coming out first, my pile number 3, is that you might be feeling really good about life at the moment. But there's also this like Justice in reverse here. So can we clarify Justice in reverse? Judgment. With the Hierophant at the bottom. Alright, so there's 2 energies going on here. Let's start with this one. So I feel like there's a part of you in your life that feels very fulfilled right now. That, well, maybe fulfilled's not the right word, but movement. It feels like there's progress in some sort of way. What is in my hair? What is that? Okay, I don't know. So there's a part of you that feels very like there's movement, there's a lot of love right now. Maybe you're in a great partnership or you're just in love with something that you're doing in life. So I feel like there is something in your reality at the moment that you feel very good about. That does make you feel like you want to be on Earth. That's so awesome, pile number 3s. I'm so happy for you. There's also here with this Justice in reverse that there is some sort of like situation or person that you feel as if has wronged you. With Judgment and upright, I feel like you think that there's a difference in what should have happened in some sort of situation than someone else. So I'm getting here is that there was a situation where you had an opinion and someone else had an opinion. This could be a partnership, this could be a group of people. I'm really not sure, but heavy relationship energies coming out. maybe this is a relationship reading, pile number 3s, what? You take it as it resonates. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I mean, with the Lovers in reverse, some of the energy I'm picking up on it might be. What I'm getting here is that there was like a difference of opinion in which you and something else had, someone else, a group of people, school system, whatever. I don't know why school system came out, but okay. You had an opinion and then someone else had an opinion and it was different. And I think that your belief of what should have happened or what your choice, what you thought should happen, happened. Like, you kind of, like, if there was an argument, like, you won type deal. With the Hierophant in reverse, not in reverse, with the Hierophant, I think that this choice, this decision, or this idea, whatever it is, was made because of your perspective, with the Hangman, like, clarifying it underneath. It was made from your belief system of your traditions and values. Like, this was almost like a no-brainer for you in a way. Like, there was this decision and you were like, I mean, duh, like, this is what I believe. So, like, I'm gonna do it this way, or I think we should do this. And I don't think that was the opinion of everyone here, but I do think that you kind of won out in this sense. Okay. I'm just confused. Not like a you pile 3, just like how this all relates, but I'm sure we'll get into it. Okay, so let's go to the Rose Oracle. So what makes pile number 1, 3 feel alive? I swear, I was not this scattered with pile number 2. Just go watch. Just go watch when the appearance changed. We have the Return. A new story, you decide, alignment, it's all coming together. So, pile number 3. With the Return, it feels like this sort of decision or something is not over. Like, for some reason, I'm really feeling like it comes back to love. So I'm getting a couple things here. I think that no matter what in this situation, it seems like things come back to love for you. Perhaps love is something that makes you feel very good about this reality. Like the relationships that you have, the communities you're a part of, whatever it is, like whatever the situation is. I feel like there's a lot of love on all sides for every single person, every single being. Even the animals. I don't know why that's coming through. There's animals involved in this. Like, I think like with a new story, there's going to be an invitation for you to align to like almost like your belief system and love, like of unity consciousness. With healing is happening here. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. I feel like there's something here that's being broken. Some belief system here that's being really challenged, and it might hurt. But like it's safe to soften, trust the process, and it's coming together. It's almost like the situation, no matter what, like works out for you. With Whispers of Mother Earth, creativity, idea. There's just something here about ideas, pal, number 3. There's like an idea that happened that, you know, not everyone was down with, or that you had, and like you thought everyone was gonna be on board, and then they weren't. I think that whatever this idea was, it helps you feel like good about reality in some sort of way, like protected, supported. Like I feel like whatever this was helps you want to be on this earth. Like maybe you have a very strong belief system, and that belief system like really guides you on how you behave and act on this earth. How's pile number 3 feel alive? Did you see that? That card just flew. And then the Thorn. There's so much here about protection as well. Like it's coming through again and again. Like pile number 3, I don't know what's going on, but like literally like your whatever is going on here in your situation, it is protected like so much. And whatever it is, it seems like it's going to be healed. So I don't know if you're right in the middle of this process. The energy that I'm picking up on is that this situation, like, you're at a point where, like, the decision has been made or something, and you're not, you maybe have, like, an inkling that something's going on, but, like, shit hasn't hit the fan yet. Like, conversations haven't been had past the initial one where this thing was decided. Maybe not everyone was happy about that, but it's almost like everyone just, like, yes, the second bloom, it's never too late. Y'all, did you fuck up your marriage or something? Did you fuck up your relationship? Like, this is what's just coming through. It just feels like this is so protected, though. There's so much love energy here. It is, like, bursting out of my heart. Like, whatever this is, like, there's so much love. Like, I want to cry. There's so much love here. Like, healing is going to happen. A return, a union, again, is going to happen. And there's going to be a second chance here. There's going to be more conversations to be had, and I feel like when you have that conversation, it's good, like, this sort of relationship that you have with whoever or whatever it is just protected, you know? I think there's going to be some clear communication and boundaries set up, and I don't think this is going to be an easy conversation. I really don't, but I do think that both of you kind of come at this, both meaning you and whoever, whatever it is, with love, with the intention that their healing is going to happen. Pile number 3. What? This is pile number 3 usually has a very specific message. I don't know why, but what was I? Okay, we get the Starseed Oracle next. Alright, what will help pile number 3 feel more alive? Feel more excited, more grateful. Big picture thinking is coming out, so I think with this, again about ideas, pile number 3. There's so much here about conceptualizing and thinking of something new, thinking of a solution, like a compromise here that supports everyone. And it seems like with this big picture thinking, I think that one piece of advice that's coming out, I actually really want you to see this because you need to, like, I think it's very important to show the cards, and if there's any messages from the cards that need to come out, like this portal here. What's interesting to me is with this big picture thinking, we're seeing, like, on the top this, like, the ethereal kind of, like, pastel parts, and then we're also seeing this, like, black and red at the bottom. So I think that you are kind of seeing all parts of this in terms of yourself and other people. So you're seeing your belief system, right? How you came at the situation. And you're seeing how others are coming at the situation, and you're also seeing how you caused harm, maybe how someone else or something else caused harm. And it's kind of just like taking in all these different pieces and just witnessing them and then deciding how to move forward. Like, y'all, is this just a relationship reading? Please tell me, pile number 3. What is going on in your situation? I really want to know. And please tell me if this relates to, like, feeling like you want to be on this earth more. Like, I don't know if whatever this is, like, I'm almost feeling like for you, you kind of already know. Like, whatever the situation is, makes you feel so happy, so in love. It's almost like that situation in itself is compromised. That's what I'm picking up on. Please tell me if that's, like, what's happening. Trust the timing. Again, pile number 3. Your message is so straightforward. It is literally, trust the timing, you're protected, there's going to be lots of ideas and conversations about how to move forward, and in that time you are protected and things are going to be okay. Like, your pile might not be very long. You might just have like 2 more minutes because this message is very clear. So what can help pile number 3 feel alive? Spirit, I'm actually getting this is done, but again with you got love. So there might be just boundaries. There's some boundaries that need to be set here, and I'm almost feeling like it's not from you. I'm almost feeling like someone's gonna come, community's gonna come to you and be like, this is our boundary. You gotta take it or leave it. We can work out all the other stuff, but this is a boundary. It feels like a hard boundary. And I feel like it really challenges you, pile number 3, in some way. For some reason, someone putting up this boundary really challenges you, like, at your core. And because of love, it seems like you guys are going to get through it because you want to still be together. You being whatever. I'm going to stop with the whole, like, community person. It's just whatever this is for you, like, there's just commitment here that things are going to work out and people want to work it out. Let's go to the Ocean Oracle. What can help pile number 3 feel alive? How can we move closer towards that spirit? We have Mermaid. Oh, this is so pretty. We have Mermaid. Yeah, some reflection. I think that there is going to be a lot of reflection right now in my pile number 3s. There is going to be a lot of reflection happening. You might feel like you're underwater. The thing is that with mermaids, it's kind of like they can breathe underwater, right? They can do both. They can live underwater and above water. So I feel like with this situation, you may feel like you're underwater. Like you might feel like you're going to drown. And it seems like you're actually like right like below the surface of the water. Like when you trust the timing and know that things are going to come back together, and that's what you call in with the universe, the highest and greatest good for this situation. It's like you come out of that water. It almost feels like you feel like you're in deeper than you actually are. What can help pile number 3 feel alive? Atlantean dream. There's something here again about dreams and ideas, like these portals of just thinking about compromise and what can everyone do in this situation? Like, what's the intention almost? Y'all, protection. Protection. I have never seen so many protection cards in a reading. You're protected. Whatever this is protected. If you're afraid someone's gonna get hurt, if you're afraid that something's going to be shattered, it's not. It's protected. The Celestial Waters. So I just feel like for you, pile number 3, I mean, this is the same exact message again. Like, you're okay. Everything's okay. There's a lot of love. I think just like, again, like the dreams and kind of just thinking like, what is the best like solution for everyone? It just seems like that is what needs to be at the root of this. Like, what's the intention here when we come together? Pile number 3, we're gonna get some tarot and then we're done with your reading. Like, this was so fast. I guess it's only gonna be like 16 minutes, but this is a really straightforward message. I really hope that you're able to receive and just know that everything's protected in your reality right now and the situation's really protected and that healing's going to happen and some conversations and ideas are going to flow and it seems like the situation's going to be resolved. Messages for pile number 3, what do they need to feel more alive? So Ace of Pentacles in reverse. There's definitely this idea here that like whatever this is ungrounded. It's like it's almost over. But with this ace here, I almost feel like it's actually a new beginning. It's like I think you feel like it's reversed, like the ground beneath you is being uprooted, but this is actually a invitation for this situation to be more grounded than ever after healing through this situation. With the 5 of Swords in reverse, I feel like you're having a lot of trouble letting go of this conflict. I feel like the conflict has happened and I feel like what the flow of this energy is in this situation is to process it and let it go, and I feel like you're holding on to it. And I think it's because you're scared. It seems to be like there's this fear of where is this gonna lead? Like there definitely was some sort of confrontation here. I don't know with who or what, with what. Everyone walked away and you sat there and you were like, I think I just messed up. I think everything's fucked up now. And I don't think that's true, my pile number 3s. I don't. That's what's coming through really strongly, is that it's not. Maybe you might have upset some people that you really care about, but it doesn't seem like, you know, it doesn't seem like you need to hold this against yourself. It seems like you can let this go and forgive yourself, and when everyone comes back together, you know, like, hold that intention that you want everyone to feel safe and comfortable and everyone to be valued, and, you know, how can you add your own belief system into this, like, where you feel comfortable enough to have a solution. Yeah, and with the Hanged Man, we're ending on it again. This was coming out before. This is definitely a change in perspective. And I think if you refuse to change your perspective here, it's going to be the Lovers in reverse. That's the thing. I think if you are open, my pile number 3s, to changing your perspective on whatever this is, it's going to lead to the healing. It's going to lead towards the love. If you decide not to do that, I think it's going to cause more problems down the line. I guess, like, how important is this to you? I don't know what the situation is, but how important is this to you that Do you really need to be setting up such a hard boundary? Do you really need, like, this is, you can't even see, but this is the Judgment in reverse. And then with the Chariot in reverse. Oh wait, no. Yeah, this is the Chariot in reverse. I thought it was the Hermit, actually. Spirit is saying you don't. Spoiler alert. Spirit is saying that you don't. It seems like this is like almost making a mountain out of a molehill in a sense. Like, thought that this isn't important to you, but almost like, is this the hill you want to die on? Spirit is saying. Spirit's asking you to be open to this, open to different perspectives, and to have the highest and greatest good of all souls involved in here, in the situation. Pile number 3, that's all I have for you. That was a very quick reading. I hope that was helpful. I'm, you know, really happy that it seems like you have found in this reality something that makes you really happy, and I hope that, you know, you're able to move through this situation and get back to, you know, the goodness and the sweetness of how this made you feel. And I hope this reading helped you get a little bit closer to that. Alright, my friends, well, that's all I have for you. Please like and subscribe if you want. I have tarot readings on Fridays and talking videos on Mondays. So subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Don't be such a grouchy. Don't be a grouchy girl. Don't be a grouchy girl. No grouch.